Hello viewers, the use of theory in research is a very significant as well as a very complex phenomenon. Today, I am going to give you a brief overview how we can apply theory in research. Particularly, I am going to focus on qualitative research. First of all, let me tell you what is theory. An organized, coherent, and systematic articulation of a set of statements related to significant questions in a discipline that are communicated in a meaningful whole. In qualitative studies, it is arguable that possession of theory is not always so predictable or even visible. There are different types of theories. For example, there are discipline-oriented theories which are related to your profession or your discipline, such as media readiness theory, which is related to communication or media field. Then there are methodological theories which can be applied at the phase of data analysis or data collection. Then there are substantive theories which are based on empirical findings or researchers' own data. There are formal theories as well which are not based on empirical findings, however, they are emerged from conceptual ideas. Now I am going to tell you theory articulation within the study. There are various levels of theory articulation within the study. Authors used specific terminology for this purpose, such as theory-driven, bracketing, sensitizing concepts, underpinning, and there are so many words which can be used to link theory with your research phenomena. Viewers, at various levels or at various points, you can connect theory with your research phenomena. For example, you can connect theory to clarify epistemological dispositions. In one of my videos, I have explained what is the meaning of epistemological positioning. This is basically a relationship between a researcher and a reality. Then, theory can also be applied to determine methodological choice. Theory can also build theory on the basis of your own findings. So you can also build theories by using theory in methodology or by applying it at data analysis phase. Then theory provides you an overall guide and framework to conduct your own study. It also provides triangulation of the study findings. If you are analyzing your data and you want to triangulate your data to add more rigor to your study, so at that step, the existing theory may help you. Viewers, in qualitative studies or research, the purpose is not to test the theory, however, to lead study within the lens of concepts. The intention of framework or theory in qualitative study is to indicate what kind of data and concept or insights be useful for your study or the phenomenon under research. Theoretical framework provides us guidance as well as insight. Dimensions of insights which include focus and organization of the study. This means that we can be focused by following theoretical framework and we can properly organize our study by having a theoretical framework. Then it expose and try to find out abstract meaning from the data. It can also help in connecting our study with existing scholarship. Also, it helps us in identifying strengths and weaknesses of our own study. There are various levels of the application of theory. This table has been extracted by reviewing a number of studies and the authors determined some of the various levels where the authors or researchers apply theory. So at the left column, you could see the levels and at the right column, you can see the descriptors. At level 1, which is the level named as seemingly absent. That means no theory has been applied or no theory has been mentioned at all in the study. Then the authors or researchers identified level 2, where the theory has been implied. Theory is maybe mentioned or discussed in some detail, maybe in the section of introduction or background, and reference might be made to theorists in the field, but no explicit statement is made about the influence of these on the study. Then there is a level 3, where the theory has been partially applied. This means researchers explicitly locate their study within a particular theory, but then seem to abandon efforts to link, apply, or interpret their findings in that context. Theory is used only partially throughout the research process in relation to research aims, interview questions, or maybe to analyze the data. However, the theory has been applied partially in these kind of studies. Then there is a level 4, which is named as retrospectively applied. Theory is considered at the end of the study. Throughout the research process, the theory was absent, but it is suddenly appeared at the end of the study as a means of making sense of research findings. Theory may be introduced as an afterthought. Then there is a level 5, which is called consistently applied. This is the complete application of theory in a study. How we can do that? Theory is consistently applied throughout the entire research process. For example, theory guides and directs the various phases of research process in developing research questions, in making hypotheses. In most of the quantitative studies, it helps in developing interview guide, selecting research design, and mapping findings. It can be traced throughout a published article. So this is the rich level of application of theory. Here I am showing you one of the example of the application of theory. You can identify the level which we have just discussed. In a small pilot study of patient experiences of pain and pain management at the end of life, Larson and Vick in 2007 used Parse theory of human becoming as a theoretical framework for analyzing interview data from patients with cancer. You can see that they applied the theory at the end or at the analysis of data. This means that it can be a level 4. After using content analysis to develop themes, the investigator compares these themes with Parse core concepts. So what is the benefit of this comparison at the end of the study? This comparison yielded more theoretical interpretations of data and suggested structured meaning interventions could improve patients' quality of life. This means if you apply theory even at the end of the study or at the time of the data collection, you can come up with more interventions, you can come up with more theoretical findings which are beneficial for practical as well as theoretical use. Here I am showing you some of the benefits of the application of theory. If you apply theory to your research, it provides deep meaning to the phenomena under research. With the application of theory, study gains more rigor. Findings become more useful and comprehensible. Theory also benefits both researcher and the profession or the field. I hope that this brief overview of the application of theory in research or particularly in qualitative research would be beneficial for all of you. Thank you.